I'm Chris Charisma. You guys know me as King's Cross, and welcome back to my channel, King's Cross TV. You're watching a Modern Warfare 3 video. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded some stuff. Unfortunately, school has taken the front seat, and I've had to put this on the YouTube channel on the back burner. But with the weekend coming up, I'm good to go again. I'm going to be trying to upload a couple videos, especially before the new map pack download or DLC comes out. A little bit more about that later. What you guys are watching is basically the first ever installment of a segment I like to call, or I will be calling, Pub Tactics. Now, with Pub Tactics, we're going to be going over, different tips, tricks, and strategies that'll help you succeed or at least play better in pub matches. For those of you who like to play a lot of Call of Duty and perhaps have dipped into the competitive scene with tournament settings, you guys know the difference between pub matches and tournament games is basically night and day. And what may work in pub matches doesn't necessarily work in tournament games, and of course vice versa. So this whole Pub Tactics show is kind of my answer to the large amount of videos that go over competitive strategy on YouTube. That's not, now don't get me wrong, that's not a slight towards the competitive scene, because I'm totally enamored with everything that is competitive, MLG, pro mods, and whatnot. It's just, to keep things fresh in life. Because as you guys know, the pub community greatly outnumbers the tournament community. So to help me with the first ever episode of Pub Tactics, I've got gameplay from a good friend of mine. We'll call him Knightz. He goes by the gamer tag of Knightz905, reppin' Toronto, Canada. And I don't know, just with this video, it really illustrates what I want to talk about. The premise of today's show is spacing and using that spacing to flank the other team. Now, by spacing, it doesn't really, I know, because we did touch on the tournament setting. In tournament games, spacing more so, I mean, there is spacing, but it's not to the point where you're not totally on the other side of the map. In tournament games, you like to have good spacing so you cover most of the map, but you stay typically within a reasonable distance of your opponent. That way you can call out effectively and help each other team shot or finish up kills. In pub matches, what I mean by spacing is basically not going with the flow and not staying with that, pack or herd mentality. You want to run good routes, first of all, and by running good routes, you're able to flank your opponent and basically avoid unnecessary one-on-one battles. And when you do this, as Knightz kind of shows here in the video, you end up getting a lot of kills or easy kills, because when you flank the opponent, you run into opponents who aren't even looking at you, and more often than not, you can get 3 pieces or 4 kills in a matter of seconds. Now, the map that Knightz on, you guys know, is the underground level. It's one of my more favorite maps because of its layout. There's not just 1 or 2 or even 3 hotspots. Like in other maps, a lot of the action is it's pretty evenly spaced out, in my opinion. With the help of the Call of Duty Elite map, let's take a closer look at the underground level and what you guys have to deal with in pub matches when playing on this map. Alright, so with the map Underground, you've got, in my opinion, like I said earlier, more than your average amount of hotspots. And because there are so many areas on the map where players naturally group up to, you're gonna get a lot of good opportunities to flank several firefights throughout the game. That is if you run proper routes. Now, Knightz in the beginning of the gameplay starts off at the red spawn near the back walkways over here, and he quickly makes his way over towards the A-bomb. Now, not just in Search and Destroy, but basically any game type, the beginning of Underground, because of where teams spawn, the A spawn right here, or the A bomb site, is, you know, pretty much the popular meet and greet for both teams to start off a game. And he gets a couple quick kills earlier there. Now, you'll notice at the beginning of the video, both teams kind of group up towards this A bomb site. So what Knightz does is he quickly changes routes, and he goes through the station and makes his way to over to office side, and then kind of goes underground, or takes the underground walkway towards the back of Main Street, which is right here. Now, this street side, or we like to call it street as a call out with the double-decker bus, is where a lot of flanking opportunities will arise on Underground, because of the 3 different entrance points, or 4 if you can consider the underground stairwell, and because anyone on the street has to either watch the station entrance, the office entrance, which leads over this way, or the A-bomb stairs, you're going to get a lot of opportunities to sneak in from any of the 4 ways to get to street. Now, the last spot I want to point out that provides good flanking opportunities is the office side, which is right here. A lot of battles go on there, as well as A-bomb. What a lot of people like to do, especially more the conservative players, they like to chill out on bridge, which is right here, and the back of the map, which we like to call walkways. Now, to kind of, because players that typically sit on bridge are watching station or the A-bomb site, a lot of the times if you come in through the office side, you'll get either opportunities to shoot at bridge or take the long way and end up towards the back of the map. And from there, you can take down anyone from bridge or near the train. Alright, so that wraps up the video, and most importantly, that wraps up the first ever episode of Pub Tactics. Now, I will leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay footage. Again, thank you, a big thanks to Knightz for providing the gameplay. You guys can find him on Xbox at Knightz905. I'm sure he'll be making another appearance on the channel in the near future. Something I want to point out before I sign off, I mentioned earlier, Call of Duty Elite, I am a premium member, so I will be getting access to the new DLC that's coming out before non-premium members do. I will be putting out a bunch of videos of the new maps, maybe some callouts, some gameplay footage, and whatever I can think of. So you will be getting that right away. Keep a lookout for that. Thank you again for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and post everywhere so people can see the video. Alright, thanks a lot. Peace.
Inbound. Enemy UAV spotted. UAV recon standing by. Repeat, UAV recon is standing by. done.